The door creaked open just as I was slipping out of my damp swimsuit. The cool air of the locker room hitting my bare skin. There stood Emily, my best friend since freshman year of college, her eyes widening in a way that wasn't just surprise. It was something deeper, something that made my heart slam against my ribs. In that frozen second, I knew our friendship had cracked open, revealing a chasm I had been hiding from for years. I yanked a towel around myself, my cheeks burning, but Emily didn't look away immediately. She stammered an apology, backing out with a laugh that sounded forced, but her gaze lingered just long enough to plant a seed of doubt. Or was it hope? In my mind, we had been inseparable for 4 years, navigating the chaos of New York City together after graduating from NYU. Emily, the straight-laced marketing exec from a conservative Midwest family, and me, Alex, the freelance graphic designer who had quietly come out to a few friends but never to her. Why? Because Emily was the one person whose rejection I couldn't bear. That afternoon at the gym had been ordinary until it wasn't. We met up for our weekly spin class, sweating out the stresses of adult life. Emily complained about her latest blind date set up by her mom. Some guy named Brad who sounded like every other boring suit in Manhattan. I nodded along, offering the usual sarcastic commentary, all while swallowing the knot in my throat every time she mentioned wanting a normal life, marriage, kids, the white picket fence in the suburbs. Normal didn't include me, or at least not the version of me that dreamed of her in ways friends shouldn't. By evening we were at our favorite dive bar in Brooklyn, nursing craft beers and sharing fries. Emily kept glancing at me oddly, like she was seeing me for the first time. Alex, about earlier. I didn't mean to barge in, but you looked different. Her words hung in the air, laced with an unspoken question. I laughed it off, blaming the lighting in the locker room, but inside turmoil brewed. Was this the moment to confess? To tell her that every hug, every late-night talk, had meant more to me than she knew? No, I decided, chugging my beer. Risking our friendship over my unrequited crush was suicide. The next day, work pulled me into a frenzy of deadlines, but Emily's text came faster than usual. Hey, want to grab coffee after your meeting? Missed you at lunch, everything okay? It felt off, like she was probing. When we met at the corner cafe near my apartment in Williamsburg, she arrived with her signature ponytail and a nervous smile. We sat outside, the autumn leaves swirling around us, and she dove right in. Alex, I need to talk about yesterday. When I walked in, it wasn't just awkward. It made me think. My pulse raced. Think about what? She fidgeted with her cup. I've been feeling confused lately. About us. About everything. Confused? Emily, the girl who planned her life like a spreadsheet. Confused? I pressed her, my voice steady despite the storm inside. She admitted that her dates never felt right, that she compared every guy to our dynamic, easy, fun, deep. But we're just friends, she said, almost like she was convincing herself. I nodded, but my mind screamed otherwise. That night, alone in my bed, I replayed her words. Was she hinting at something mutual? Or was I projecting my desires onto her hesitation? The internal conflict gnawed at me. Pursue this and risk losing her, or bury it and preserve the status quo. But burying it felt like dying a little each day. Over the weekend, Emily invited me to her family's annual barbecue in Connecticut. Her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, were the epitome of traditional values: church on Sundays, golf on Saturdays, and subtle jabs at anything alternative. I had been there before, playing the role of the platonic best friend. But this time, as we drove up the Merritt Parkway, tension crackled between us. Emily's hand brushed mine on the gear shift, and she didn't pull away. At the house, her mom hugged me warmly, but her dad eyed us with that knowing squint fathers get when they sense something amiss. The barbecue unfolded with laughter and grilled burgers, but under the surface cracks showed. Emily's brother, Jake, teased her about being single at 26, and her mom not so subtly mentioned setting her up with the neighbor's son. Emily snapped back, unusual for her, defending her independence. Later, as we walked the backyard, she confided, "They don't get it, Alex. They want me to fit into their mold, but I don't know if I do anymore." Her eyes met mine, vulnerable. In that moment, I almost told her everything: the years of silent longing, the fear of societal judgment, the moral tug-of-war in my heart about potentially disrupting her straight life. But I held back. What right did I have to pull her into my world? She had a family that adored her, a career on track, friends who assumed she was straight. Me confessing could shatter that. As we drove back to the city, silence filled the car. Emily finally broke it. What if I'm not who I thought I was? My breath caught. This was the precipice. One wrong move and we'd tumble. The week blurred into a series of charged encounters. Coffee turned into dinners. Walks in Central Park lingered longer. Emily opened up about her doubts, questioning her attractions, wondering if her failed relationship stemmed from something deeper. I listened, offering support without pushing, but each conversation chipped away at my resolve. Internally, I battled. Was encouraging her exploration selfish? Or was suppressing my feelings a betrayal of myself? One night after a movie, we ended up on my couch. Emily turned to me, her face inches away. Alex, do you ever feel like we're more than friends? The question hit like a freight train. I could lie, preserve the balance, or leap. Heart pounding, I whispered. Yes. For a long time. Her eyes searched mine and then she leaned in, our lips brushing in a tentative kiss. It was electric, real but terrifying. As we pulled apart, reality crashed in. What now? Her family, society, our own doubts, they loomed like shadows. That kiss marked the shift. Emily pulled back slightly the next day, citing confusion. I need time, she said. I nodded, but the ache was profound. Had I ruined everything? The internal conflict intensified. Joy at the possibility, guilt at the disruption. Society's whispers about converting straights, about moral lines, echoed in my mind. But love, if that's what this was, demanded truth. Days turned into a whirlwind of unspoken tensions. Emily avoided deep talks, sticking to safe topics like work and weather, but her eyes betrayed her turmoil. I gave her space, focusing on my designs, but every notification from her sent my heart racing. One evening, she showed up at my door unannounced, rain-soaked and determined. We need to figure this out, she said, stepping inside. We talked for hours, dissecting her feelings. She admitted the kiss felt right but scary. What if it's just a phase? What if I hurt you? Her words mirrored my fears. I shared my side, the years of hiding, the societal pressure to stay silent. Coming out isn't easy, Em. Families react differently. She nodded, tears welling. Her parents were devout Catholics. Deviation from the norm could mean disownment. We decided to take it slow, exploring in secret. Stolen moments in my apartment became our sanctuary. Holding hands while watching TV, sharing secrets under blankets. But secrecy bred paranoia. What if someone saw? What if she changed her mind? Work became a distraction. At my freelance gig for a tech startup, I buried myself in logos and layouts, but thoughts of Emily intruded. She, meanwhile, dodged her mom's calls about potential suitors. One lunch, she confessed. Mom keeps pushing. I told her I'm seeing someone, but vaguely. My stomach twisted. Vaguely meant hiding me. Was I worth the risk? The moral quandary hit hard. Was I enabling her denial, or supporting her journey? A turning point came at a mutual friend's party in Soho. Surrounded by our circle, straight couples, gay friends, Emily and I acted normal, but tension simmered. When a guy hit on her, she politely declined, glancing at me. Later in the bathroom, she pulled me close. I don't want anyone else. We kissed fiercely, but guilt followed. Outside, our friend Sarah noticed. You two seem close. Emily froze, denying it. That denial stung, highlighting the chasm between us. Back home, we argued for the first time. Why lie? I demanded. I'm not ready, she shot back. My family would freak. I understood, but it hurt. The pressure mounted, her internal battle between desire and duty. My fight against feeling like a secret shame. Society's lens amplified it. Lesbians as predators, straights as confused. We navigated carefully, but cracks widened. Emily's birthday brought more conflict. Her family insisted on a dinner in Connecticut. She invited me as the best friend, but the charade felt suffocating. At the table, her mom grilled her about relationships. When are you bringing home a nice boy? Emily squirmed, changing the subject. Later, in her childhood room, We whispered plans to escape early. But Jake overheard, confronting us. "What's going on with you two?" Emily panicked, claiming nothing. Jake's skeptical look lingered. Driving back, Emily broke down. "I can't keep lying. But telling them. It could destroy everything." I held her hand, but doubt crept in. Was this love or a ticking bomb? The next week, she attended a family church event, returning distant. "The sermon was about traditional marriage," she said quietly. Guilt washed over me. Had I pulled her into sin in her eyes? Our relationship deepened despite the storms. We spent a weekend in the Catskills away from prying eyes. Hiking trails, we talked dreams, hers of stability, mine of authenticity. In a cabin by the lake, she said, "I think I love you." My heart soared, but reality intruded. Back in the city, her mom's surprise visit forced us apart. Emily shoved me into the closet, literally, as her mom chatted. Emerging later, humiliation burned. Is this what we are? Hiding. The argument escalated. Emily defended her caution, citing her upbringing. "You don't get it, Alex. My family is everything." I countered. "And I'm nothing?" Tears flowed. We reconciled, but the damage lingered. Internally, I questioned, was pursuing this ethical? She was questioning her identity. I was firm in mine. The power imbalance troubled me. A betrayal loomed. Emily confided in her cousin Lisa, swearing her to secrecy. But Lisa, devout like the family, urged her to pray it away. Word spread subtly, whispers at family gatherings. Emily denied, but the pressure built. One night she showed up crying. "Mom suspects something. She asked about you weirdly." Panic set in. We debated options. Come clean or pull back. I suggested therapy, but Emily resisted, fearing labels. Instead, she dove into work, distancing herself. Loneliness crept in for me. Friends noticed my mood, but I couldn't share. The societal weight pressed. In progressive NYC, we should be free, but family ties bound us. Emily's internal conflict peaked when she attended a support group for questioning women. Returning empowered, she said, "I want this. Us." But joy was short-lived. Her dad called, demanding she visit. There, he confronted her about rumors. Emily cracked, admitting feelings but downplaying. The fallout was swift: tears, lectures on morality. She returned shattered. "They think it's a choice, a sin." My heart broke for her. The price? Strained family bonds, her sense of self. We pushed forward, but shadows grew. A double date with straight friends highlighted differences. Easy affection versus our caution. Emily envied their normalcy. Maybe I should try harder with guys. Those words gutted me. Was she regretting? The moral dilemma intensified. Let her go or fight? The rift deepened after Emily's words. I pulled back, giving her space to try harder. Days without contact felt like withdrawal. She dated a colleague, Mark, reporting back neutrally. Jealousy burned, but I masked it as support. "If that's what you need," I said, dying inside. Internally, betrayal festered. Was our connection real, or her experiment? Emily's date ended poorly. She compared him to me. "It felt wrong," she admitted over coffee. We reconciled, but trust frayed. Her family ramped up pressure. Mom sent articles on finding the right man. Emily rebelled subtly, skipping church. But guilt ate at her. "Am I betraying God? My parents?" She whispered one night. I shared my coming out story, rejection from some, acceptance from others. "It's hard, but worth it." She nodded, but doubt lingered. Society's narrative haunted us. Lesbians as outsiders, straights as default. In NYC's queer scene, I felt at home. Emily felt exposed. At a pride event, she panicked, leaving early. "Too much," she said. Conflict escalated when her mom visited unexpectedly. Finding us close on the couch, she raised an eyebrow. "Just girls' night," Emily lied. Later, alone, her mom probed. "Is there something with Alex?" Emily denied vehemently, hurting me. The denial sparked our biggest fight. "Why am I your dirty secret?" I yelled. "Because I'm scared," she cried. We took a break, 2 weeks of agony. I threw myself into work, but memories tormented. Emily texted apologies, but I needed more. Reconciliation came at a neutral cafe. I choose you, she said. But choices had costs. Her family noticed her distance, accusing her of changing. Jake called, warning. Mom's worried you're in a bad crowd. Emily decided to come out partially, telling Lisa first. Lisa reacted poorly, quoting Bible verses. This isn't you. Emily defended us, but the rejection stung. Word reached her parents. A family meeting ensued. Their accusations flew. Alex influenced you. Emily stood firm. No, this is me. Tears and shouts followed. Her dad stormed out, Mom pleaded. Back in NYC, Emily was raw. They cut me off emotionally. The price? Isolation from roots. I comforted her, but guilt weighed. Had I caused this? Moral questions swirled. Was love worth family fracture? Society judged harshly. Friends supported, but family bonds ran deep. We built a bubble, dates in queer-friendly spots, therapy sessions. Emily explored her identity, reading books on bisexuality. Maybe I'm bi, she mused. Progress, but setbacks came. At work, rumors spread after a colleague saw us kiss. Emily's boss, conservative, sidelined her for promotions. Unprofessional, he implied. The beating drum of prejudice hit home. Emily's internal struggle. Embrace truth or revert. One night, she confessed temptation to fake straightness for peace. But I can't without you. My heart ached. The damage, eroded confidence, fractured relationships. A turning point. Emily's high school reunion. Old friends assumed straightness. She corrected some, facing shock. One friend supportive, others judgmental. What happened to you? Back home, she vowed authenticity. But costs mounted, lost invitations, whispers. Our relationship strengthened amid trials. Intimate talks revealed depths. Her fear of hell, my fear of abandonment. We navigated ethically. No pressure, mutual growth. But society intruded. A protest against anti-LGBT bills in other states galvanized us. Emily spoke up online, facing backlash from family friends. Her mom's call came tearful. Come home, fix this. Emily refused, choosing us. The severance hurt profoundly. Internally, she grieved. I supported, questioning if happiness justified pain. Months passed in fragile equilibrium. Emily rebuilt, leaning on me and new queer friends. But family silence gnawed. Holidays approached. She skipped Thanksgiving, citing work. Alone together, we created traditions, but melancholy lingered. I missed them, she admitted. Guilt resurfaced. Had my love cost her family? A breakthrough. Jake reached out, neutral. Mom's struggling, but I get it. Hope flickered. Emily visited solo, testing waters. Discussions were tense, morality debates, tears. Her dad remained distant. Mom thawed slightly. We love you, but this. Emily held ground. Accept all of me. Back, she was empowered but exhausted. The toll? Emotional drain, therapy bills. Society's divide showed. Progressive NYC versus conservative suburbs. At a work event, Emily introduced me as her girlfriend. Colleagues varied. Support from some, awkwardness from others. A promotion slipped away. She suspected bias. Internal conflicts peaked. Emily questioned. Is this worth it? I feared losing her to normalcy. One argument. You could have easy life without me. She countered. Easy isn't real. Reconciliation deepened bonds, but scars remained. Betrayal struck from unexpected quarters. Sarah, our friend, outed us to mutuals without permission. Gossip spread. Emily faced invasive questions. When did you turn gay? Furious, she confronted Sarah, ending the friendship. The price? Lost trust in circles. Emily's awakening accelerated. She volunteered at LGBT centers, finding purpose. But family pressure persisted. Christmas brought a card from Mom. Praying for you. Emily tore it up, crying. Moral quandary. Forgive or protect self? We planned a trip to California, escaping. Beaches and freedom rejuvenated. Emily proposed living openly. No more hiding. Joy, but reality bit upon return. Her boss demoted her subtly. She quit, starting anew. Financial strain hit. My freelance helped, but stress mounted. A climactic confrontation. Family intervention. Parents arrived in NYC demanding talk. In a cafe, accusations. Alex brainwashed you. Emily defended fiercely. This is love. Dad left angry. Mom lingered, hugging tearfully. Give us time. The encounter drained but sparked hope. Post-intervention. Emily distanced temporarily for healing. Alone time revealed strengths. Reunited, we were stronger. But damages accumulated. Her anxiety, my resentment toward her family. Society's role amplified struggles. News of anti-gay laws fueled fears. Emily advocated, facing online trolls. The fight. Personal versus public. The new year brought resolve. Emily pursued therapy intensely, unpacking upbringing. Breakthroughs. Recognizing internalized homophobia. I was taught wrong. Support groups helped. She mentored others. Pride in her growth, but I battled impatience, wanting full commitment. Work stabilized. She landed a job at a progressive firm. Colleagues celebrated us. But family thawed slowly. Jake visited, accepting. You're happy, that matters. Mom called sporadically, avoiding topics. Dad silent. A setback. Old flame contacted Emily, stirring doubts. What if? She confided, we discussed. Temptation passed but trust tested. Moral line. Explore or commit. She chose us. High drama at a family wedding. Emily attended solo, facing scrutiny. Aunt whispered judgments, she stood tall, mentioning me. Backlash. Uncles rant on lifestyle choices. Emily left early, empowered but wounded. Upon return, we evaluated costs. Worth it? She asked. Yes, I affirmed. But internally doubts. Had I pushed too hard? Awakening culminated in Emily's public post. Coming out online. Support flooded. Family reacted mixed. Mom commented positively, Dad unfriended. The price, public vulnerability but freedom. Conflicts persisted. At a protest, we faced counter-protesters' hate. Emily froze, then spoke up. Courage grew but trauma lingered. Our bond tested by external forces. A job offer in Chicago for Emily, family nearby. Tempting for reconciliation. I feared loss. Debates ensued. Move together or separate? Moral choice. Selfishness versus support. She declined, choosing us. Gratitude mixed with guilt. The damages. Opportunities foregone. Tensions climax with a family crisis. Dad's health scare, heart issue. Emily rushed home, me accompanying. Hospital waiting room charged. Mom grateful, Dad weak but stubborn. Glad you're here. He mumbled to Emily, glancing at me. Post-recovery talks flowed. Dad admitted fears. Didn't want to lose you. Tears bridged gaps. Not full acceptance but progress. Back in NYC, Emily reflected. Change takes time. Our relationship solidified, but scars reminded of journeys. Society evolved slowly. Personal victories mattered. Yet questions lingered. Emily's choices. Defy family, embrace self. Mine, pursue love ethically. Damages paid. Emotional, relational, professional. In quiet moments we pondered paths not taken. But here we were together. Was it right to append a life for love? Or should tradition have prevailed?